Hello everyone, Krydax here, and welcome back to pYanodon's Season 3. We are in a good spot right now. We just completed Pi2 Science. It's hard to believe, but we did it. With this crazy spaghetti over here, we theoretically have Pi2 Science going. It's not going at full rate because of moss right now. So I think we're gonna go work on our moss problems first, but that first requires working on our stone patch down here. So we're gonna start with that. There's a lot to do in the coming episodes. You know, we made a list sort of in the stream. As we were doing the base tour, I found a lot of issues as well. We broke sponges, the ash belts aren't connected, and that can actually provide a lot more. We also need to do flue gas. Let me actually say connect ash and flue gas from ash. So that way we're utilizing all of our ash byproducts, and then naphtha is blocked up. I mean, we got lots of things to fix here. So the first thing I want to work on though is this stone patch. We are researching towards belt stacking 3. It's actually quite close. Interesting. Because how many groupings an hour? If we're getting Pi2 at full rate, it's actually quite a lot. What are we doing here? This patch just isn't big enough for the two of us anymore. What's going on here? We just don't have enough shale oil being made, I think is the problem. Keratin is surprisingly hard to get rid of. Are there other ways to get rid of it? Nope. That's even worse. That's 1 keratin per 4 seconds, and it needs sulfur. It's free tar, you know, if you're getting rid of keratin anyway, but like, yeah, I mean, it's kind of rough. At the same time, though, we love shale oil, so it's kind of not rough. Why don't we... Yeah. Let's put on our wish list some retorters. Let's do another 4. Well, no. Let's think straight about this. So we need 9 to manage a fully stacked belt, and we currently have 4. We need 5 more to manage a fully stacked upgraded belt. But even then, that's only 45 stone a second, which we also need a bunch more. I guess some of that keratin can be fuel for this thing, but then that's ash that gets provided, which I guess I'm just burning. We could provide that ash. There's so many things going on here. What's the rate here? Yeah, I think we need 5 of these to make sure we have enough stone brick for everything. So what I'll probably do is remove these trees. Let's deal with the stone brick piece first. This is getting intense. The requirements of, you know, like potential items per second are really starting to ramp up higher than they've ever been before. There's our stone provider, that's our gravel provider, this is our stone brick provider. So why don't we do an ash trasher? Weak side trash extension. Don't get hit by trains. We'll put ash in here. Oh, I don't want my bots to spend all their resources. So this will be ash. And then I don't even know if we have enough of these, but we'll set this up here. I think this is tricky. Okay. So, because we have long inserters and we have undergrounds, it feels like this should be possible without you know, like, what if this is the keratin belt? No, that still doesn't work. And I don't think this works, because then these guys... Well, maybe this works. No, because these can't have 2 going into them. Well, but they could if we were up here. This could maybe work. What if we did something like this? And then that one's extended. Okay, hold on. So I'm thinking belt of stone, belt of keratin. Hey, worker robot speed 1 researched. Look at how fast they go. They're zooming at, it's hard to see. I'm trying to read it. 17.3 plus 6 kilometers an hour. 6 kilometers an hour faster. I mean, I kind of joke, but that does make a huge difference. You know, like, imagine if they were gonna take a minute to get here before. It also reduces their energy consumption. You know, if we look at the construction bot, if we look at their moving consumption, we can see they consume more as they're moving, but their maximum flying reach just went up, right? Hold on. I wanna find out for sure. So let me load the previous one. Oh, that's fine. I merged a pull request into my production UI fixed mod. Like, now it supports width on Blueprint. It supports more settings on a couple other things that, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't totally understand what all it changes. Is it per player? Is it map? Where are the settings? Am I blind? Is it just down here? Okay, I feel like I've gone mad. Oh yeah. What's it actually called here? Oh, custom production UI. Yeah, so now you can change all these manually. Trash inventory, logistics slots, recipe categories, width, crafting slots per row, small blueprint, big blueprint, recipes width. I don't totally understand what they all do, but there's more settings now. Thank you to Pitazer. Uh-oh, I'm just going off memory. I should look that up. Anyway, what I wanted to do was look at construction robots before. What's their maximum flying reach? So it's 1:07 and 3:24. I wanted to look at that, and then we'll load the save. And now what is it? Their operational time is now less, but their maximum flying reach is more. Only by a few meters, though. I guess it really doesn't make a big difference. And I mean, it makes sense that their operational time is less because they're flying faster, but what that tells me is that they actually get more meters in fewer seconds. Instead of 1:07 seconds, they're taking 51 seconds to get to their maximum distance. Also, why does that say minimum operational time? Oh, like if they're flying at full speed? But aren't bots always moving? So I don't totally understand that, but as they're moving, yeah, that's how much. Okay, anyway. What does the next tier of bot get us in terms of speed? It gets us quite a bit more, you know, flying reach, up to 668 meters, which means they have to charge fewer times. So that makes a pretty big difference. And their speed is, where is it? Oh, there it is, 28 point. Yeah, it's not quite twice as fast, but it's closer to 2x than 1x. So anyway, I'm trying to figure this out here. Does it even matter? Should I just go with a bigger design? Stone, keratin. So this one gets keratin like that, and stone like this. First of all, are rates gonna matter here at all? No. even the input stone could be a mechanical inserter and we'd be fine. So, oh, this needs an input stone, so this one has to go like that. And then this one needs input keratin. So that should do it, actually. So if I copy this and hit H, copy this and hit H, and then we need power poles in both sections. That should do it. And then where can I put these guys? I should be able to put these guys here and then do... I guess I might as well save myself a little bit of resources and use mechanicals where I can. Ah, shoot. No, this doesn't work. We don't have an input to this one from the stone belt. Okay. I give up. Fine. I'll use one extra tile. We'll use one extra tile. Because then that just... I mean, I'm already saving a ton of space. This is a relatively small build, as it is. We'll just do this. And then we can just do a basic, like... this, this... and then, what? This... power pole... on this side. And then I will just put the outputs. Let's see, if this is 3 stone, it's gonna make 1.5 belts of stone bricks, but they're unstacked. So that's actually kind of weird. We're gonna have to put the outputs. The total output rate is far less than... Oh, how did I break all this power? Oh, I know, I deleted that one power pole. Yep, I remember doing that. Yeah, one mechanical inserter out is good enough, so we'll have to stagger each one like this. And then we're gonna end up with more than 1 belt total of stone brick by the time we get to that research being done. So yeah, let's copy that. V for vertical. Ash will need to be filtered out. That should do it. Okay, and how many do I need for this whole setup? The math says we need... how many is that? That's 12. 24... I think we wanted 5 of these, so we need like 60. No, we need more than that. If we want to manage 45 stone. Yeah, we need 72. So that right there is 16. That would be 32. That would be 48. That would be 64. And that would be 80, which is a few too many. So cut that back and we get 72. And I'm just gonna let construction bots do all that because we're in range and it's gonna take a hot minute. But yeah, then we can bring up the stone and keratin, and then these guys will need to filter out the ash at the end. Let's see, what would the total ash be of all that? I didn't catch that. 6. Total ash is 7.2. It's kind of inconvenient. I guess what we could do is ash out. And then what do I do with these 2 belts? Nothing. I just have to load them separately into the stone brick. Which is this one. Okay. Of course, this robo port is really in the way, but I can make that better. And then, so we'll have 2 belts coming down So one will have to go and do the classic. And load in like that. And this one. Perfect. All right, so that should get us some stone brick. Once that all gets built, it's gonna take a while here. And then we'll hook up the carriage in stone. So that's that, and then what do we do? So then from there, we need to also get the ash taken care of. Which we already have some here. Get rid of that. And that's gonna be coming around the mountain when she comes. This is stone brick numero uno. It's ash. Wait, what am I doing? I guess I should maybe do this. I don't really know what I'm doing. Okay, there's 2 stone belts. Perfect. And then the ash. It can be supported on one side, but just to provide future capability, we'll have it go onto both sides of the belt. And then I guess we'll cross over. This gravel stuff, I could see a world where I import stone and turn it into gravel someday. For now, I forget, where do we put these? I think it's higher. This is the ash. Oh, and I guess, you know what? We can actually already handle that. Bloop. No reason for this anymore. Okay, get rid of that carriage in. Thank you very much. And that should fix the stone brick eventually. And then we needed to go get the retorters to handle more carriage and processing. And we're not that far. Okay, well, I don't actually know how far we are. This is a really important question. Because oh, it's blue science. Dang it. Oh, I thought this was Pi 2 science. No, we're still hundreds of hours away from this. No. No. Oh, I'm so excited for this. We can just get stone for free from iron. With no byproducts, we can get sand, gravel, stone, rich dust, and coarse fractions, all individually with no byproducts from only iron. It's incredible. Okay, but we're not there. So let's go pick up the retorters. And guys, we're gonna re-embrace the Zen Garden, okay? Like this, the next probably 10 to 30 episodes are just gonna be Zen Garden. We're just gonna be pruning the leaves. We're gonna be wiping, you know, taking away the dead leaves that have fallen, making sure they're getting composted and recycled into nutrients. You know, pruning. We're not gonna be doing tons of progress like forwards in the tech tree. Now, you know, we do want these researches. These are pretty big. There might be a few other things that we see that we really want in early Pi 2. Looking at, let's go back to looking at like what all's possible in early Pi 2. But most of it, yeah, like there's seaweed stage 3. I haven't even done seaweed stage 2. So, you know, like we want that on our list. Like there's all sorts of stage 2s that we haven't even done yet. And I'm thinking there's a lot of opportunities there for improving our base already, like seaweed and moss. Because I think moss stage 2, that was another one that we have available, but it's kind of far actually into the Pi 2 tree. You know, this is gonna be a while, so we're not quite at moss 2 yet, but eventually. Okay, let's grab... Uh-oh. Oh. I guess I never grabbed 5 retorters. We do have retorters on our list, right? Yeah, but only 4 of them. Okay, so there's 5. Cleanse, off, grab, remove, on. Okay, that's the method. Should we start making trains here? While I'm thinking about it, I think the answer is yes. Also, shouldn't I just change the requester chests to have some fiber in them? Feels like a simpler solution than needing a belt. I don't know. Yeah. And is this one that needs our wagons and locomotives? Oh, by the way, when do we get tier 2 wagons? That's worth thinking about. That's in Pi 2. Okay. But they're really expensive, so never mind. I shouldn't be thinking about these yet, because they need brake Mark II, gearbox Mark II, shaft Mark II, self-assembly monolayer material, advanced small parts, which are a giant pain in the butt. So we're actually still a long way away. Do they also run on these special Nexalit batteries? They might. I'm not sure. Yeah, so I'm not going to worry about that for right now. So we do need to add in, also, hold on, let me steal a few of these. All buffer. And I didn't actually get my answer. Locomotives are not used as an ingredient, right? Yeah. So this is a bot mall buffer, but it's only ever going to channel 0. So the bots can then build trains, which will be nice. Oh, wait, I already did that. Oh man, am I glad I just looked. Now, why are you not... This is actually a problem. What's going on here? Oh, it's not a problem, actually. Interesting. Okay, but we can now build trains. I really need to start checking myself before I do things. I'm gonna carry 2 stacks of these, actually. And I'm gonna now increase... Oh wait, that's on channel 1. Okay. Because I feel like I want this to become... Oh shoot, that doesn't work. I guess it can work if I move this over, move that over, move this over. Because I also want to fill channel 0 storage. And I assume that actually... No, it does copy over to channel 1. I forgot that it did that. So we want channel 0 there. And yeah, let's go to like 400 yellow inserters there. And then... Oh, that's right, for construction. I was just about to say, but do we want them to be prioritized more highly? And they won't be. That's not how it works. Things are only prioritized, and then we need to switch these, so then I can do another. Oh wait, that actually doesn't work still. Oh wait, we have space on the bottom. Okay, but that's on channel 0. So this needs to... What am I doing? Logistic filter there. Channel 0 will go to 400 mechanical inserters. Yeah, that all works fine. So that's mechanical inserter buffer for channel 0. And then finally we need the fast inserter buffer here for channel 0. I don't know about 400. I think 200 is plenty for now. And then stack inserters are being made for channel 0. And we'll go up to 25. Slowly increase the amounts of these. I'll go up to 80 conbots. Okay. And I've got the retorters. I should maybe grab some more stone furnaces. I can find them. I could use these gas furnaces. They just consume so much fluid fuel. 6 megawatts. Like, that's a lot, y'all. That is a lot. I don't know if I'm comfortable with that. Do you think I could find stone furnaces? Alt F. Storage. Stone furnace. Wait, what? You telling me I don't have stone furnaces on this list? That cannot be right. What in the actual heck? Oh, wait. They're probably... Okay, sorry. Never mind. We good. They're in here. Oh, but these are all channel 1. Oh no, we have so many things that are on channel 1. Like, what if I wanted to build stone furnaces and let my bots do it? You know what I mean? Ugh. Or pumps. You know what? Given how these systems work, I think I'm okay just doing... something like that, too. Yeah, we'll just do something like that, and then this. Okay, so that works. Burner drills, I don't really think we need to care about. Pumps, though. We don't have pumps on this network, so we do need that as well. Connect. We're just pruning the Zen Garden right now. Go up to 100 pumps in the system. That's never gonna have anything other than pumps. That one's on channel 0. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, these are buildables. Am I ever gonna build niobium pipes? Probably not. So what are we still missing from the mall here? A few things, I guess. But here we need... a few things. Again, connect that less than 100. And then we do that there and there. But then this time it's steam engines, less than 200. I'm so glad for that filter. Filter helper is such a helper. Let me tell ya. 2,500 pipes. Pipes. Okay. What else might we need that are constructibles? How did I not do belts already? That feels really odd to have skipped. Let's get that done. Connect. There. 3,000 belts at all times. We don't have underground belts being built. Nor do we have splitters over here. I don't even know what to do for that. I think... Because are those underground belts are not ingredients in anything, right? Or they might be. Well, they're used in tier 2s. Okay. Interesting. But the danger in keeping the requester on channel 0 for the underground belts would be, what if construction bots deconstruct underground belts somewhere far away? And then they'll take an hour to get here to deliver. I guess I can just have a decent buffer size to fix that, but I don't know if I want that. So that means we do need underground belt. What I'm trying to get at there is I need bot mall buffer both. Because we need to buffer the underground belts for both channel 1 and channel 0. Splitters. Okay, and then I'm also gonna add the request 2, 3, 4, 5. Requesters channel 1. And then which set of these needs to be channel 1? Does it even matter? I don't think it matters. Because they're both doing the exact same thing. It's super handy. Everything's filtered properly. Okay. But then we also need to add fiber into this request. Just 5. Wait, we don't have fiber provided? That's kind of funny. Actually really funny. Let's do that. Fiber. Get a few stacks in there. We can run these buildings on fiber easily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, we'll do 15. That's on channel 1. Oh, those parts aren't needed. That was for the fuel. And then we need fiber here. Okay. So then the amount we want to be buffered for construction or for crafting purposes is probably only about 50. Maybe 20 for this. But the amount that we want to be buffered for construction purposes is more like 500 and 150. Make sure we never run out. Okay. So I feel a little better about my mall. Like, what are we still missing? I guess the AFH stuff and combinator stuff and maybe signals. That might be it, though. I've got all the belt and inserter lamps, maybe. But we're getting close to not needing this mall at all. Anyway, back to retorting. Oh, big... I guess we need big power poles. Yeah, that's a project that we're still working on. So yeah, we'll be working on the stone improvement. Pi2 science is just not having it right now. What's the current hang up? Still moss, surprisingly. And what's moss's hang up? What is going on here? When these buildings change recipes, it is disastrous. I don't think I realized how bad that would be. Because the belt cannot handle it. I'm gonna have to rebuild this whole thing. I think part of the problem here is the rates. Because these buildings are just stuck doing nothing. Look at this. Getting rid of all this stone. Yeah. Because they end up buffering... Where's one that's actually running on the stone recipe? Well, none of them are because we ran out of stone. Okay, well... That's a problem. Okay, so to fix this... We are gonna need, I forgot to grab more oil burners too. I have 2 of them. I don't think that's actually enough. What I'm gonna try to do, yeah, I think we can put that there. We'll have to manage the soil on underground belts for our... Are we still making landfill? No. Our landfill's totally filled up. But it's not. It's like insanely close. I guess we build a few landfill here and there, so that's what that's from. Okay, anyway, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll let my bots do this. Okay, and then... So let's think here. Oil burner wise, what are we actually adding in? We're adding in 4 plus 1 more. We need 100 steam. These make up to 60. So actually 2 oil burners is sufficient. To do what we need to do. So then this steam can be connected here. I'm gonna do a 2-directional one there because we'll probably have more. Go down, and then this guy can be like that. This guy can be like that. Connect, connect. Okay, and then we finally need the water, which we can connect across the top. Assuming we have enough. 480, 600. Yep, we have enough there. So that supports more steam production. Is this one that can use cold steam? No, we can't use cold steam anyway, so that's not really a concern. Rotate these around. Which rotation do we have? Not that it matters, because they're kind of all the same. Yeah, let's bring this down. And then 5 a second would be... What? Am I on crazy pills? These aren't even able to do 5 a second. Even 4... Oh man, that's part of the problem too. These haven't even been running at full rate. Goodness gracious. Alright, wait, why are we not getting anything powered up here? Oh, we don't have power around the front because we were using mechanical inserters, that's why. There we go. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, well that should fix the insertion rate problem. Part of me is wondering if we should have just used a loader. Like 5 inserters is pretty close to my limit, where it's like at that point a loader's just easier. It's not even that much more expensive, right? We've added in some steel, it's 8 inserters. But then we have to add in all the splitters. So yeah, it's probably somewhere around 5 or 6 inserters. That's really the cutoff. Because all the splitter complications and annoyances start to add up. Okay, so now we have the nice niobium pipes, which we didn't have before. And yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna do this. Done. Shale oil, success. And then I guess we'll go around the bottom for this. And go through the middle. Oh, are you kidding me? It's one tile short. That's just, it's funny how often we end up one tile short. It really is crazy. All right. Okay, so that's lots more shale oil. Now, it's too much shale oil. We're gonna start dumping shale oil. So what else can shale oil make? At this stage of the game, nothing. But this one is one that I'm interested in, but that's not till blue science. That one doesn't exist. And hydrogen doesn't exist. Okay, so really, it's not until blue science that shale oil can do anything else. Bummer. So then that means we do need more reformers if we wanted to get more oil products. And at this point, I'm worried we're gonna use up excess heavy. We have plenty of heavy oil, I think. But we're not gonna have. Wait, are we? Is this still gonna work? To delete all the kerogen? I think it will. Okay, this got built, by the way, so we can have our belt of stone come up and in, and then we can have our belt of kerogen come up and in. Get power hooked up. Couple lamps at the start. Wow, this is a big smelting array. I'm at the finish. But this should be the stone brick we're looking for once we have enough stone. This is not quite going to be enough because it's only 30 stone a second. And it's also like, this, yeah. This is all messed up. I'm starting to think we should use a sorting facility instead of whatever the heck it is that I'm doing. Let's just use a warehouse, or maybe a slightly smaller one. Let's use a storehouse for this. Oh no, that doesn't work. No. See, we have to, oh, it's so annoying. Because of stacking, we have to leave it stacked, so we can only use buffer, like belting buffers and stuff like that. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. So where is this going, by the way? What the heck are we doing with it? We're coming over to here. We have... What kind of system is this? This is rough. But we need the stone for, like, moss. And we need the moss for what? Like cDNA, maybe? So much of, I guess circuits are still important. We haven't put, oh, we're out of circuits. Of course we are. Improve circuits. Or we should just say circuits on trains. That's a big one as well. Okay, and then I think part of the problem is also that we're not getting a full belt here. Let's do this. And that one goes around. And is this running constantly? Or will it back up somewhere? Because we are dumping... I think we're dumping all of the fluids. That one at 90% goes into here. So heavy oil gets dumped. Condensates, I mean, our trains are eating all of it, which is good. But that would get dumped even if it wasn't. So there's the Keragen should never back up. But the stone, can the stone back up? Stone brick can back up, and it should. And stone can back up, and it should. And so I think, and gravel, same thing. So when stone backs up, the Keragen production should slow down. That's also an interesting, wow. Hadn't thought about that. What if we're relying on the insane amounts of light oil and heavy oil and condensates from this, and then someday we stop using this stone, and then all of a sudden our base entirely breaks down? Oh gosh. So many intertwined things here. But I will say we need to deconstruct this stuff now, because this is irrelevant. And then I do think we need more stone on this belt. Because this one was going to... I guess we'll just split it for now. Because then that will be stone for gravel and stone for the actual train stop that provides stone. We're not wasting this stone, right? All the stone that comes out of here, what are we doing with it? Oh, we are wasting it, right. All of that's going to asphalt and gravel and limestone. And ash we need to hook up. Oh, so many things to do. Let's... okay, hold on. Am I happy to leave this for now? I think I might be. Until belt stacking is improved, I don't think there's anything else we can do. And this is providing a fully compressed belt, as far as I can tell. So that's good, and we just need it to keep doing that. Okay. And then the ash is getting provided. Oh, this is ash though, so that means we need more loaders. Okay, stone brick rate has increased. I mean, we're getting as much stone as we can out of this. This is a full 30 stone a second worth of combined stone and stone brick. So now the last thing I want to fix in this episode is probably what we were just looking at, which was the ash connection and the ash recycling to flue gas, which I think needed filters. Flue gas. Yeah, we needed a bunch of those though. No, that turns... Wait, what? That turns flue gas into ash. I want to turn ash into flue gas. This one. Gas refineries. Okay, and it's about 3 a second. So if I wanted to do 3 belts, 45 a second, I need about 15 gas refineries. That is a lot. So we'll set up 15 gas refineries. Oops. Wrong hotkey. And then we'll set that up in the trashing area up here. Maybe over here. This is tricky. We've already got 4 belts of ash coming out, but they're kind of like not prioritized very well. I'm gonna have to do some splitter magic over here. Part of me is considering stack inserters. Especially because our stacking is about to become triple. Stack inserters become even more valuable. Interesting thoughts here. Because we could just unload. We could maybe make this a little longer and unload onto like 2 belts instead of 4. Yeah, I think I might do that actually. Because then that just simplifies so much of what we were doing over here. And let's not forget, at any time if we're overwhelmed with ash, we can always just reduce the ash we're receiving by using electric boilers or fluid boilers over here. Like, this ash is purely optional at the moment. We don't need to have that ash. But it's like potentially useful, so it's kind of a double-edged sword, right? So anyway, we're unloading the train with these. So let's do one of this, so we have a bit more space. And then what I'd like to do now is utilize stack inserters. So 1, 2, they move 18 items a second, but then that goes down to 6. I think it's not seeing the stack size. Oof. Unfortunately, the offset doesn't work properly either. That is kind of a bummer. So I think that's 12 a second each. Because it doesn't make sense. Like, if that was the rate from chest to chest, it wouldn't make sense for it to go down to 6 a second. Would it? Well, I mean, I guess we can test a little bit, like how much it actually fills. A belt? What do I have the most of? I guess belts. Oh, that's definitely more than 6 a second, right? Because remember, with stacked items, we have 15 a second on each side. So this is actually doing... Also, is it grabbing exactly... Whoa, 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 whoa. What's... Is it automatically grabbing 12? It's doing 6 groups of 2. Can we make it do an odd number? No, it's too smart. Oh, that's kind of nice. That's super nice. I didn't know they did that. So they're even smarter than I thought they were. Perfect. Anyway, all that to say, this is obviously close to 15 a second. So I think 12 a second is accurate here. Anyway, all that means, and that will get even faster. We'll have 22.5 a second. I'm just trying to figure out if I need 2 or 3 per lane. That's all I'm trying to do right now. That's all I'm trying to do. For now, I'm gonna say 2 per lane. but we might end up wanting 3. But this will provide 2 stacked belts. So then what I want is to split those. Or no, I guess I just want those to go to here. Like this. And those 2 stacked belts represent currently 4 belts, but soon to be 6 belts of ash from other parts of the base. Also, these are consuming a lot. Look, they almost consume a megawatt each. So we do not use stack inserters lightly in this home. So these are now dead belts. So let us not spaghetti where spaghetti is not necessary. Let me get rid of these. And then but what were they doing? They were going to the other 3. So I do think we need... So we're prioritizing rich clay. Then we're splitting and going into these. And then if there's still more, and let's output priority left on these. Or no, output priority right. So we send as much as possible in the other directions. Or no, these ones don't matter for output priority. Or they do. Sorry. Because we want to prioritize the other way first. Then the final thing we want to do... Oh gosh, this is tricky. I have not quite enough space. I need a splitter on this one. So maybe instead I go left, left. And then here we have extras. So this one goes to there. And we output priority left, output priority left. Yeah, so now the lowest priority is these 2. Perfect. I know we said the episode was going to be done soon, and here we are. Like normal. What else is new? Okay, so then these 2 belts finally will go to making the flue gas with gas refinery stuff. So, gas refinery, what are the odds I have one? I don't, but I can grab one. 15 of these is pretty big. So I'll put that, I think 3 chunks of 5. Maybe like back here. Man. I really am starting to get frustrated by the fact that you can't enable or disable bots building things. That's starting to grind my gears, and there isn't a solution to it. Some things I want my construction bots to build, some things I don't. And in the auto mall, I guess once that's done, we can turn this off. And now that's a buffer chest on channel 0, so those will now get used. So that does work to let the bots build it too, I guess. Okay, never mind. I guess it's not quite as bad. I feel like we can manage with these all being right up next to each other. And we're gonna get a RoboPort out here. Okay, so let's see if I can manage this belt-wise. So we'll do a belt here. We'll need room for power, of course, and each building needs 3.33, which is 2 inserters like this. Power pole in the middle. I think that works. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna have to move all these, though. I guess I won't if I do that. hold on. Hold on. So we'll do that and that. And then this and this. And then that method works all the way down. Per side, so we do that. Bingo, bingo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then finally, we need to rotate these. And then everything's lined up. And then we need one more for pressurized air. I have no idea how many pressurized air pumps I need. We need 250 a second, so that's only 2 pressure pumps, I think. Yeah, those are 200 a second each. So then that down to here. T-junction. Oh, this episode's already over an hour. I need to be done. Okay, and then the flue gas is what goes beyond to the flue gas trasher. No. Yes. Oh, dang it. Where does it go? Flue gas. Let me think. Byproduct provide as well or no? What's this flue gas requester doing over here? It's on channel 2 only, so we're only requesting byproduct flue gas. Right. So we want a flue gas trasher. This one will back up eventually when we have enough sulfuric acid. It'll take 5 million years, but it is possible. And this is good. This is turning ash into sulfuric acid. It's a long journey to do such things. But I mean, how much do we actually get per ash? Speaking of sulfuric acid, this was Keragen to sulfuric. But let's add a line, and if we were to do ash, filter by ingredient, and we walk our way down the line here. We go to flue gas, we go flue gas to acid gas, and then we go acid gas, ingredient mode. And then we go acid gas to sulfuric, which is somewhere. Then per 10 ash, we get one sulfuric acid. But if we've got 3 belts, that's 45 a second. That's 5 sulfuric a second we're talking, for free. I mean, with a little bit of gasoline input and some power. But that's actually a significant amount to just have. So I'm a fan of that. So then we just need to bring this ash belt down. This ash belt down. And then what we need to do is like split this one. And split this one. And then that one prioritizes the right, this one prioritizes the left, and then both of these end up in the middle. And then that should make sure everything's distributed properly with those. Okay, and then the final thing we needed was a trash, and then we'll be done with this episode. We need a F trasher extension. Go right there for flue gas. And that will work properly. And then I actually want to bring in one of the big boy tanks as well. Okay, and then flue gas itself. We already connected up around the bottom, so then we just need an extension. Let's have it go up here. I guess I'm standing here, so we didn't need to do this, but let's go that way. Up. This way, straight. Perfect. Okay, that should do it. And then that'll all get built. That's all connected. And then the last thing we need to do is just redirect the ash belts. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. We've gotten a few Pi2 signs done. It's not happening quickly. We're at 3 a minute. 1/6 of our desired rate. But it's something. Alright, so all we got to do is redirect this ash to there, this ash to here, and this ash to here. And that should do it. Now all of that ash is being directed into a giant train stop, which is main base, ash main base, trash provide. And it's getting loaded as fast as humanly possible with 12 loaders. What's crazy is even with that being the case, on average, well, I guess it's not 3 full belts, but if it was 3 full belts, we'd still be loading the train 1/4 of the time. There would be a train sitting here 1/4 of the time. It's just so much ash. Having stack loaders is going to be a big deal. And like, stack inserters are actually faster right now than a loader setup. So it's possible that we end up wanting to switch to stack inserters sometimes. They'll be even faster once we get stack size, or hand size they're called. No, what are they called? Inserter? Hand size upgrade? Oh, capacity bonus. I can never get those words right. But I guess we don't get that much of a bonus. We only get a bonus of 2 at this tech level. And then at the next tech level, it's only 1 more. So stack inserters are kind of as fast as, I don't know. It's weird to have stack inserters before bulk inserters. When do we get bulk inserters? We do get them here at this tech tier, but not until red science, or red circuits. So, oh, and I guess the research of bulk inserters also gives you 1 more. So we're at 13 now, but we'll be at 16 by the end of Pi2 science. There's another recipe for them later. So they'll be a little bit faster than this, you know, another 1/4. So maybe about 25 a second-ish. I mean, at that point, red loaders are still faster though. So red loaders are probably where we'll be. Anyway, we gotta be done with this episode. So as always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will see you all in the next one.